What's up, guys? As you know, today is the iPad 2 release date, and in this video I'm basically going to be sharing some of my thoughts on the iPad 2 with a primary focus on the video quality of the cameras. Now, before I get to the video quality of the cameras, let me get my thoughts on the rest of the device out of the way. Basically, the only things that Apple updated in this device from the iPad 1 were the speed, the design, and the cameras. Now, first off, the design. I don't think the design is a deal breaker. I mean, it is slightly thinner, slightly lighter, but don't get me wrong, the iPad 1 still had a great design, and it is still a great device, so I don't think the design is a deal breaker. Secondly, the processing speed. I don't know if you guys saw Stephen Colbert the other day, but basically Apple is touting the iPad 2 to be twice as fast as the iPad 1. But the iPad 1, we can't forget, is really still a very, very fast device. I mean, if not slow, it's going to turn on instantly, and it's still going to be a very good device. So, I mean, the processing power is nice if you're like a gamer and for shooting video, but I really don't think that it is a deal breaker. The iPad 1 is still going to be fast. It's not going to be slow. It's not going to be out of date anytime soon. So that shouldn't be a big deal breaker either. The one thing that might be a deal breaker, as I said before, is going to be the focus of this video, which is going to be the cameras on the iPad 2. Now, you may be wondering, why should I get the iPad 1? The iPad 2 has cameras, and it clearly is a better deal because it's the same price and has cameras. Well, this is the way that I feel about it. Before the iPad 2 was released, there was a huge debate on whether or not Apple would include the iPhone 4 cameras on this device or the iPod Touch 4 cameras on the device. Now, Redmond Pi actually released an article with a video quality test of the iPad 2 that was shot in New York City, and from the looks of the video, it does seem like Apple actually included the iPod Touch 4 cameras on this device. Now, these cameras are okay for shooting basic HD video, but for a device that is worth $500, I feel like we should have gotten a way better deal with the cameras. Apple just updated their MacBook Pro to have an HD video cam, and I really don't see why they couldn't have included that on the iPad 2. Now, the 720p video is basic quality. I'll link you the video in the description so you can check it out. But I mean, it's okay for shooting video, but it's just not ideal. And let alone from that, the back camera that does shoot the HD video can only take 0.7 megapixel camera shots of stills. Now that's like very, very old. That was when cameras just came out. Now we have cameras taking 10 megapixel stills. And yeah, the camera just isn't up to par, I don't think. The front-facing camera is VGA, and it's okay for taking regular quality pictures of yourself to put on Facebook, etc. But it's not really going to cut it. It's not going to be HD quality like the MacBook Pro, and in today's generation, we want quality, not just to have a camera on the device. I mean, it is nice to finally have a camera, but I believe we could have had way higher quality there on the device. Now, this also brings up another debate on whether or not you should get an iPod Touch 4, iPhone 4, or iPad 2. What I am personally going to be doing is I believe I'm going to be getting the iPad 1 refurbished for $350 and an iPod Touch 4, because then I can have the goodness of the iPad 2 with the cameras on the iPod Touch 4, and I can also have the goodness of the iPad with the iPad 1. Now, I know that seems like it's more money, and while you're probably like, why not just get the iPad 2? Well, I like the iPad 4, or the iPod Touch 4, excuse me, because it is ideal for video shooting, and you get all of the goodness of the iPad 2 in the iPod Touch 4. The iPad 2, don't get me wrong, is a great device for shooting video, for basic quality, as I said before, but it is going to be awkward. The iPad 2, you're not going to be carrying that around shooting video in public. This is why I prefer the iPod Touch 4, because you can stick it in your pocket, shoot HD video, and it still has all the same features as the iPad 2. You can FaceTime, etc., and it's just more ideal for editing video on the go. As I said before, the iPad 2 is okay, but this extra screen real estate might help you, but it's not that great for shooting video. And with the iPad 1, it is refurbished, and it is just as good as the iPad 2 and everything except for the camera quality and the slight processor speed. So that is why I'm probably going to be getting the iPad 1 and the iPod Touch 4 over the iPad 2. But those are my thoughts on the iPad 2 and its video quality. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and rate thumbs up for more tech videos, as well as follow me on Twitter, visit my website, like me on Facebook, and subscribe to my other channel in the description. Also, for those of you guys that don't know, I am having an iPad 2 giveaway. The video will be in the description and in an annotation in the video that you can go ahead and click. But all you need to enter, is to subscribe and have a Facebook account and sign up. So check out the video in the description. It's free to enter, and there's 5 days left in the giveaway, so go ahead and enter quickly if you wish. But yeah, that's my giveaway. Hopefully you guys like it. Go ahead and enter. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.